Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you are watching this.
It's morning still. It's 11:10.
Yeah, but people don't watch this at the time that you record it.
Oh.
Okay. We're both filming today. We've got these little things on.
The microphones.
The little microphones, so this audio will sound much better than mine. But yeah, we're both filming, so what are we doing today, Adam?
We're going to get the Mini running. We're going to get the engine.
I love that confidence. Because I don't think that's going to happen, but...
We've got some wire and a lot of hope.
Yeah, hope is the main thing. Hope is the main thing. So we're going to pull the front end off, and we're going to connect some wires, and Adam's going to make it start. But do you want to know how I've got the confidence in this man? Right, you cannot be not good at electrics if you don't drive one of them. Look. Does your auto electrician drive a Range Rover? I think not. Mine does.
Does he carry a set of jump leads and a battery?
Right then, so this is where we're at the moment. This is the engine earth, battery earth, and then the ECU earth. They're all going to there. And then this is a positive, the ignition, permanent live. That's the ignition live.
Ignition, yeah.
Ignition live. That's starter motor.
Yep.
Right. Okay. So if you connect that now,
It'll crank.
Let's go on then. So it cranks. So coming inside the car, again you have to give the poor quality of lighting, but inside the car, down there, coming out of there is that ignition live, is the permanent live, the earth, and also the fuel pump. So fuel pump at the moment is running through the car. This is the sketchiest wiring Adam's ever done. And then, oh, you really can't see up there, but that's the fuel pump up there, connected, positive and negative, and the negative runs down to here. So I'm going to set you back up, and we're going to see if we can get the fuel pump priming. I think that's the priority, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll connect the ignition, turn the ignition on in effect, and then see the fuel pump priming.
Okay.
That's ignition on, no relays are clicking.
Right.
Is there an earth for the ECU in there?
Yes.
You want connected that, have we?
No.
We need to find somewhere to connect that to.
Here the earth's here.
I'm just waiting to connect the ignition, to turn the ignition on as such. I found we didn't have an earth connected in the car. What you say, Alex?
That can connect anywhere, can't it? It's quite long.
Yeah, as long as it's connected to ground.
Right.
To body somewhere. We reach out here. Almost. Is that as far as it'll go?
Yeah.
Oh,
You can go through that whole way, right?
okay.
Go through that whole way.
Keep going, keep going.
Oh, well, it won't reach negative on that side without flashing.
No. We can just chop a bit of wire. Yeah, not quite. It will reach where we've got that other earth point.
It will.
Yeah, so we'll do that. It'd be much easier if we had a little ratchet, wouldn't it?
It would, wouldn't it? Right.
So we've just connected the earth, the rest of the wire we've already connected, so we're good to go, aren't we?
Yeah.
So, do you want to go to the back of the car and listen out for the fuel pump?
Yeah, I don't want to connect this properly.
Why is it not connected properly? Because it's going to fire up immediately.
Right, so I'm going to listen to the fuel pump, yeah?
Yeah. You ready?
Go on now. No.
Nothing. Right, okay. Let's grab the meter.
Okay.
So we've got 12 volts coming out of that wire.
Okay.
Now actually, that would be a good thing to check. Hold on. If we, so I'll drive the meter, because if that's the ECU trigger for a relay rather than the feed,
Right.
then that will go to earth.
Right.
So what I might do is just disconnect it here
Yeah.
and see what it does.
Okay. You do what you need to do. So which wire do you want to... Oh, see this one, yeah.
The ignition.
This green and yellow one, yeah?
Yes, just wait.
Right then, we've hit a bit of a stumbling block. So everything's connected as it should be, but we are not getting power to the injectors. Well, we're not getting power to the fuel pump basically, are we?
No.
And we're not getting a crank signal. We're not getting what's it called?
Power spark.
So we're not getting sparks. We're not getting fuel. We're not getting spark. Now, the reason for that, we think, is the NAT system, Nissan anti-theft system, which is basically a little mobilizer box. So that's programmed to the ECU and to the key. And if one of them three are wrong, it's gonna stop the ignition. It's going to stop the ignition and the fuel, which is what it's doing. Technically, we're not getting any power at the fuel or at the ignition side. So I'm actually considering not painting this car. The simple fact is, it's got the drive shafts, it's got the heater hoses, all the coolant hoses, it's got the coolant setup, and it's about to have what I need to connect when I can finally get a key immobilizer.
This is if, depending on how you immobilise, your fuel pump is wired. So
okay.
That wire that's labelled fuel pump either directly powers the fuel pump and the relay is already in the fuse box. I don't know that.
Okay.
I'll find a diagram. Or if you test that when you get the ignition on and that goes to ground, then you need to use that to control a relay.
Okay.
So if you're controlling a relay, you'll have so you've got one side like this that's a switch. This is inside a relay. Okay?
Yeah.
And then you've got another side in a relay. Hold on, that's a coil. Okay.
Yeah.
Like that. So
why are you drawing hieroglyphics on the side of my car?
because I like it. So if that wire grounds the relay, is for relay control rather than powering the fuel pump, you'll want 12 volts going in this side, then that to the wire.
Right.
So what will happen is there'll always be a 12 volt signal there.
Yeah.
That won't always be earthed. So when the ECU says I want fuel, it earths that wire.
Oh, it does it itself, right, okay.
Which powers that coil, which is probably a bit back to front of this diagram, which closes these contacts. And on this side of this contact, you'll have a 12 volt feed. You can have that ignition live or whatever.
Yeah.
Ignition live is probably good. That will go through there and then that goes off to fuel pump.
But I would say that the fuel pump relay is already in there.
If that's already there and that wire carries 12 volts, I just thought it looked quite small. That was all.
Yeah.
But if that's the 12 volt power for the fuel pump, then forget that.
Right. Okay. Right. Okay. Yep. Right then, I've been editing that video and it's rubbish, to be quite honest with you. The footage you've seen so far, I didn't end it. The reason I didn't end it is because I was quite not upset, just frustrated really. So what we think has happened is at some point during moving the vehicle from where it used to be to where it is now, and looms and ECUs, etc., I think something's got mixed up along the way. So whether it be key and NATS box is not right, or ECU, and I just don't think something's talking to each other. So I've just got back from post office now with this bad boy. So this is another ECU NATS box, this anti-theft system. I keep saying NATS box, but that's what they're known as, and the key as well. So hopefully I'm going to go up, plug them in, and it'll start. That's what Adam says anyway, and I believe Adam. Adam won't lie to me. So yeah, so I'll leave this one here. I'm about to shoot up there and see if I can get the Mini started. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.